thank you, Penny and Kathy, for a truly wonderful introduction. You'll hear the true story in a bit. There's some things that they thankfully didn't mention, I'm going to mention, but we'll get to that in a bit. But before I begin my presentation this afternoon, I would like to tell my friends of Louisville that I carry you in my heart, and I love each and every one of you in this moment of loss, and I'm thinking of you. It's been quite a year. Last April, it didn't look like I would be here or anywhere, to be totally honest, but because of wonderful doctors, nurses, therapists, students, McKinley staff, friends and family members, like my brother John, who's the best person in my world, my sister-in-law Amy, who's seen parts of me that she never bargained for. She saw them today too, okay? My sister Patty and my niece and goddaughter Grace, who are unable to be here today because Grace has the chicken pox. But they're in my heart. My dear sister Maria, who this illness has brought closer to me, and her husband Louis. And my niece Sophie. And my special lady friend Kennedy, who drew me the most beautiful get-well pictures while I was in the hospital. The list goes on and on. Thank you. For my presentation today, I would like to share the lessons I've learned during my speech career. Hopefully you'll carry something from this and at least get a laugh or two. No promises, but I'll do my best. Finally, I get to speak at the state speech tournament. Oh yes, I competed as a student, but my resume only includes serving as a student timer at the state tournament. So who was I as a competitor? Oh, eyes, give yourself a hand. I started off as one of you. But with one difference. I was bad. Oh, you all know me. I was the one, I would walk into the room, every single one of you would be doing, oh yeah. I'm not last in this round. Hallelujah. I also chose a speech that dealt with noise pollution. Noise pollution. Little did I know that I was noise pollution personified. I also tried LD debate my first year. Winless. Equally bad. Junior year came and I found the love of my life. Humorous and turtle. Humorous, can I give you a shout out? And I was good, but not consistent. 124, 124, 227, 116. Week after week, I'd find a new way to implode. And I imploded myself right off the district team in humor and into something called duet acting, which no longer exists. I was good there too, until I dropped my partner. The first time. The second time. The third time. Okay, I dropped Lisa at districts too. You think we would have changed the blocking, but we didn't. Senior year, I was going to be a big success. I read scripts all summer. I found the one. Cut it, memorized it, ready for my first tournament, which would be at our home school, McKinley. First round came. I was ready. I was on my home turf. Memory lapse. 7. Followed by the usual 2-2. Here we go again. 115, 236. But it wasn't my fault. It was that awful cut it. So I ordered a new script, cut it, memorized it. I was all set to switch pieces when the unthinkable happened. I made a power round with the old piece. Oh, I was nervous. I was shocked. I had to speak first. So I went to the front of the room, looked at everyone, opened my mouth, and I had one of those experiences that only a speech person could understand. I went out of my body. I floated around watching as I spoke. Man, you are not funny. What kind of gesture was that? You call that a character? Ugh. I couldn't look myself in the eye. But finally, I gained consistency. I went 7-7-7. I made other power rounds and hovered around 4th or 5th. Was inconsistent at littles and went 2-6-2. The 6th coming in the easy round, of course. And then in my final round of speech, my senior year at Biggs, I caught my finger in my braces during a particularly emotional section. I cut my finger. It bled onto my lips, and it bled onto my shirt. But I earned a 4 in a round that featured 3 kids who would go on to the final round of humor in state and 2 more state qualifiers. I was happy with that 4 because I had done my literal bloody best. I guess that's the advice I have for each of you. You have to do your bloody best in order to succeed in this world. Find something after speech that you love and go for it. But my love affair with speech has not ended. It's only gotten stronger. I've sacrificed many things to do what I do, but I haven't regretted one of them. I've been paid back a millionfold. Some examples. When Jerry walked several miles to see me in the hospital ICU, trying to convince them that he was my adopted son. When Ebony said, "Mr. Halkias, I hope that someday I can make you cry." And then I went on to become my first state champion the next year. When my kids came to the critical care unit on prom night to see me in their prom dresses. When the nurses sat and watched Aaron speak about me on Channel 11. When Ashley, fresh from coming and giving blood for me, nearly passed out in my hospital. This is my time, okay? You all don't need to be passing out in my room. Please let me have some focus. Okay, here, the guy with the vent, please. Okay. The nurses are hovering over here. Wait a minute, I'm the one who needs the nurses, okay? When Josh brought the tomato soup to Woodlawn, and we just sat and talked about how things were going. And finally, when a row of these students chose to spend Massillon-McKinley Saturday, a fall Saturday away from college, and sit next to me, their ailing speech coach, as his father was being laid to rest. I knew I had found my life's love. May each of you find life's love as well. And remember, in order to communicate successfully, you must listen. Listen to others, and listen to your heart.